And now we have the rest of the villains. First comes the very big and very rich...
Zeniski!
Who is the ex-butler of Lahal's father. He only appears once, but...
Long time no see, Zeniski!
...provides the first inkling to Lahal's good side. And his name is Hogmiser! After that, we have the Grand Demon Sire and Manipulator of Etna's oh sweet god! My devil, Medeiros, what have they done to you? The original character was a sophisticated and aristocratic mastermind with a pronounced vampiric accent, and Geneon turned him into a silly, hysterical, giggling queen! Okay, let's just go on. And next we have Team Rocket, Captain Gordon, Defender of Earth, as well as his assistants Jennifer and Robot Thursday, who follow Lahal around and generally attempt to obstruct him. Yeah, that's Team Rocket. Next! And then we have the Angels, who are led by Sarah Flamington, a sweet guy caught on the wrong end of character development, and Volcanus, who is your typical I know best and you are all really evil person. Nothing much to say about them except... Wait, what's happening? Those damn angels are trying to purify me! No, keep away from me, you vicious harpies! Quick, let's retreat to the madness of the series plot! It's the only area outside the laws of man or god! Hurry! Well, here we are. The nonsensical, plot-hole-ridden abyss that is Makai Senki Disgaea's plot. Now, you all know how much I detest plot deviations. Well, this anime is particularly adept at doing just that, so I can tell I'm going to regret fleeing those damn angels. The plot begins with Flan, who has been wandering around the Netherworld for 2 years in her quest to assassinate King Khrushchevskoy. I could make a joke about how poor the Seraph's judgment was in selecting her for such a task, but the same thing happens in the game, so there's really no point. Anyway, our little love freak comes across a coffin tomb/garbage dump where she finds and awakens the slumbering Prince Lahal by attempting to kill him. Okay, let us stop here so I can point out to you all the things that are wrong with that premise. First of all, in the games, it was Etna who woke the prince, and he was sleeping in his castle no less. Secondly, Flan does not appear until after the first chapter in the game, and only just received her mission upon her introduction. The anime creates an anachronism, and we're not even in episode 1! Isn't that just amazing? I mean, wow! After that bit of lore raping, the plot becomes Lahal's quest to return to the Overlord's castle and reclaim his father's throne as the rightful heir to the Netherworld, by procuring the Dark Tome, a mystical artifact that acts as proof of one's rule. Boy, this is starting to sound like the plot to a Fire Emblem game, don't you think? Yeah. What the hell, Bob the editor? You're a sick person, you know that? It is also important to note that King Khrushchevskoy, Flan's intended hit, has been dead for 2 years, having choked on a dumpling of the damned, and died. Okay, stop! In the games, Lahal has to do is beat all the other competitors to the throne. Nowhere is it ever mentioned that he needs a Dark Tome. Granted, Lahal does mention a deed to the Netherworld in Chapter 5, but it was all a lie in order for him to draw his enemies to him with a fake letter of challenge. In another strange paradox, his father's death, if we forgive the fact that he died choking on a black pretzel and not a dumpling, 2 very different foodstuffs I'll remind you, was a cover-up for his actual death, wherein he saved the Netherworld from another Overlord's predations. Nowhere in those 12 episodes is that ever mentioned, and somehow I don't find myself very surprised. Did I mention that I hate this anime? In closing, the plot, aside from severely disrespecting that of the original game, is also prone to just flat-out making things up. Like, did you know that Lahal uses his cape to fly and has no wings like he does in the game? Or how about the fact that the Prinnies use fish instead of knives and bombs? It's not just the little things either. They also take some major liberties with big plot elements of the lore. For example, when they fight Hogmiser, it is at the behest of his son, whereas in the games, we don't even know that his son exists until after the fight! And what about Gordon's team? I don't remember them ever working odd jobs in the games to repair their ship, jobs that are at the behest of demons, the very beings they seek to fight against! What more could these Geneon idiots possibly screw with? If I even need to point out what the cons of this anime are, then you people clearly have not been paying attention. The plot is all over the place, the minor characters are completely misunderstood, and of course, Makai Senki Disgaea only marginally keeps in with the established canon of the games. There is nothing more vile than this series' contempt for the original background. It is the single most glaring flaw of this entire disaster area. I've every mind to... Oh God, what do you want now? Positives? You want positives over my flaming carcass? Okay, fine. Harumph! What I can give to Makai Senki Disgaea's credit is that its main characters are, for the most part, relatively faithful to the games. There may be a bit of cheesy dialogue here and there, but it's still them, so there's a good point. Also, the design is also very similar to the games. This is in fact a very good-looking anime. See, if they had just stuck to the trailer, I'm sure I'd have a much larger prose section! In conclusion, I have but one thing to say about this anime. This is crap! Forget story, forget consistency, and forget faithfulness to the games. Makai Senki Disgaea has none of these. My final verdict for this series is... No. Screw this! We're not doing this! This is crap! You fail, anime! You fail! Passing a verdict on you would be acknowledging that you have potential worth. Well, I'm not going to dignify my standards in relationship to this shitstorm. Makai Senki Disgaea sucks, and we'll leave it at that. Until next time, I am your cheerful torturer, the anti-viewer.